Good day. I want to say thank you. I want to say good day to you all. I want to say well done for all your contribution right from the beginning of my show. This is your host once again. Today, this is your host. As always, this is your host, Larry Dune. Now, you will see that my channel is coming up as Ebony World TV. Right. That is the whole idea behind the forum. Anyway, I'm coming. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right away. Right. Thank you. Once again, I am coming to you today for one or two things that we need to talk about. According to what the title says, you remember in the past couple of weeks, we have dealt with issues of land. Now, please don't get me wrong. Along the line, this forum is primarily for novice, people who don't have ideas at all about building construction, people who don't have any kind of A to Z knowledge about building, about materials, about the terminologies in the building industry. And for those of us who have already been engaged in one project or the other, and those of us who are even masters in the field, you are all welcome. However, people that will learn most on this show are those that don't have any minor knowledge about building construction. So what am I saying? You're welcome to, hello, good day, my friend from California. How are you? Oh, how are you? I didn't see you on the show last 2 Sundays. I don't know what happened. Anyway, you're welcome. Thank you for all your encouragement and thank you for all your support. Basically, today, I know a lot of us that have been part of this show, you have one project or the other which you are doing back home. Now, this is a forum to lift people up. This is a forum to encourage people. This is a forum that changes people's perception about Nigeria. This is a forum that kicks people by the backside who have no plans to go home but want to say Nigeria is good. Things are doing very well. Forget about what the politicians are doing. But I want to tell you that even foreigners are running down to Nigeria because of the statistics, because of the indices of what the economy is telling them. Nigeria economy is the largest. Don't worry about that. I know Nigeria is picking up. Nigeria economy is growing. So today, I'm trying to come back to you to mention one of those two things that we've discussed. We have mentioned of land, how much we're going to buy the land, what the land looks like, what to do when you first buy land. It could be a half plot, it could be a full plot, it could be acres of land. But let me tell you, if you don't do something, the time goes. If you look at the beginning of the year, January till now, a lot of us have helped uncles, aunties. You've tried to give money, send money home, which amounts to nothing. There's nothing wrong about that. But this is a time. You've looked after uncle, auntie, mommy, daddy, but it is now time to look after yourself. And what do I mean? It is time to now be planning ahead right now. We are in November. Today is 25th of November. We are going to finish November. We're going to Christmas. We're going to be celebrating. We're going to be giving people money. But so what is that quality decision? What is that bold decision that you want to say, I'm going to 2019. What have I done? What have I done? So we are saying, we are encouraging one another to say, if you have not started a landed property or buy one thing or the other, this is the time you start thinking of that. So bring your friends to this show, bring your friends to this program, and we have a lot to do together. Right. We mentioned about buying land. We mentioned about the foundation. We mentioned about the materials to start the foundation. We're talking of 3/4 granite. We're talking of the sharp sand. We're talking of the cement. We're talking of the laborers. We're talking of the wood that will be needed. We're talking of the pegging. We're talking of the lining, the line. We're talking of the digging. We're talking of the concrete mixers. We're talking of, so these are the terminologies of those people who haven't had an idea of what entails in building construction. So when your project manager or your contractor or your bricklayer is mentioning something, you have an idea. So today we are going to go according to the title of the today's show: things to avoid when starting your building construction in Nigeria and Africa. Things that you need to observe. First and foremost, you have to be very careful. First and foremost, when you purchase your land and you decide to start a project, you need to count your costs. You need to ask for prices around. You need to go around and check figures. You need to ask more than one person in terms of contractors. Say, for example, you want to do survey. You cannot rely on recommendation. Obviously, you can rely on recommendations. People have already gone through that route and come back. So you want to rely on people like that. But however, I want to say, please, it is very dangerous to fully rely on friends. If that friend is envious of you, if that friend don't have something you can classify as somebody that has made it, because friends are dangerous. Friends can set you up. Friends can collude with contractors or the person that they are trying to recommend you to. So you know, you have to be. There's a limit. You can rely on the recommendation of friends. So, but the trick of the matter and the truth of the matter is, we all have various devices, devices like our mobile phones. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Google, we're on internet. So to say, we have our laptops, we have our iPads, we have our tablets, we have our computers, we have our laptops. So what you need to do is to go on Google and type in that thing that you want to do. Say, for example, survey. You just type in survey in Lagos, or survey in Abuja, or survey in Port Harcourt, or survey in anywhere you want to, your land is. You come up with all these, and then you anonymously call them up and find about the price of what you want to do. So invariably, you have an idea of how to compare the price that your friend or the contractor your friend has recommended for you. Okay? That is one thing. When you now get this, even when you get this contractor, you still need to find out the kind of references. I know you will be wondering, reference. Yes, reference as in the kind of what type of work they have done before. You have to find out where they have worked and what kind of work. Some of them you might not be able to find out because if they refer you to somebody, you might not get a good reference, or so to say. You might say, give me pictures, give me images of the things you have done. Yes, anybody can go on Google and copy images and copy pictures and copy photos. Then when you look at this, sometimes you 50-50. If they send you, nowadays 90% of people that we are engaging to do work for us, they tend to have one thing or the other on their WhatsApp and send images to you. They might take pictures from their friends. So that one too has to be, you have to be very careful. However, when you have sampled 1, 2, 3, 4 people, you'll be able to know, yeah, definitely you'll be able, your instinct will tell you what to do, who to contract or give the project to. Okay, so that is about survey. Same thing with architectural designs and drawings. So you can go on Google, search for this, look at what they have done, look at their profile, look at what they have done, their projects, their portfolio. You look at that. So, and then you ask people, and then you try. Please do not commit anything yet. You can take your time. It doesn't take long. Drive around, go around some places, look at the samples of what they have done there, and then before you can decide. When you call the architect, a draftsman, try and find out from people who have gone down that route and ask them how it is being done. Also, you Google and find out this. So that is number 2. Number 3, when you now finally get some of these workmen, please do not commit by putting the whole money down. I know our instincts can tell us, I say, well, you know what, I can't be bothered. Let me just give this person the money. Let me just, well, let me just put the whole money down. Yeah, obviously, I tell you of a story of one of my friends who went to Nigeria to build a house in Isolo. You might be listening to me now. He wants to do his decking, and they recommended a carpenter. This carpenter was so full of, well, how do I put it? He was running to help them here and there. He will carry this, he will carry that, he will carry this, he will carry that. At the end of the day, the carpenter has an ulterior motive. They've decided they've got the quotation right. He gave them quotation, he typed the quotation, he gave them everything. Out of about 3 or 4 quotations, my friend took this guy on board and gave him, the project was about 900,000. And then my colleague, my friend, gave him 700,000 deposit. That's more than 80%. That was the last my friend saw concerning this carpenter. So it is very, very dicey. When you are going to commit, you want to put money down. You don't put more, you don't give more than 50%. Okay? This is one of the things that you need to do. So when you engage somebody, let's say a bricklayer, you do not let them recommend workmen for you. You do not allow them to recommend workmen for you, because this one also have plans to set you up. I have an experience of this. I got a carpenter who wants to help me do the wood, the roofing, not the tiles, the roofing. I have already been told that this is what they do. So what I did was, I told this carpenter, let's go to the sawmill to buy wood that we're going to do the roof. The carpenter was recommending me of a particular place. If we go to that place, the wood is cheaper, the wood is that, the wood is cheaper, they have good wood, they will give me good price. I said, okay, you know what? I don't want to go to that place. I know of a place. I will take you there. What I did, I listened to him later. He took me to the carpenter, to the place, to the sawmill where to buy the wood. I was noting the prices of the items of the wood, 2x6, 3x4, 2x2. I was noting it down. And what happened? And I said, okay, thank you. Tomorrow I'll see you. He's already gone to meet his friend at the sawmill, because he took me particularly to a particular shed. There are various stores in the sawmill. So he took me right to where he wants me to go. Now, what happened here is that what they normally do is They have their friends that they want to make sure that they will go back and take some cut from the prices of the item. He has already spoken to him. He's already convinced him. He's already given him his word that he's bringing a dome to meet him immediately. All right? Bear with me 1 second. I need to adjust something. Yeah, bear with me. Right. He's already believed that he's bringing a dome to him. So I use my number 6. So you got to be very careful. You got to use your number 6 for them. So what I did, I said, all right. I took like I said, I wrote the prices down. So and I said, well, I'm coming. So he's already thought, he's got me. The next day, and I said, you know what? I'm going to take you to somewhere else to compare prices. And I took him. I told my driver, let's go. And took me to somewhere else. Let me be honest with you. The prices that I got in this new place was shocking. The prices were shocking. When somebody was asking for a wood, a particular size of, like, I can't remember whether it's 2x3 or 2x6, for about 400 naira. This wood cost 210 naira. And I needed almost about 400 of these. You can imagine how much this our friend carpenter who came from Togo will have made from that. And that is just one aspect of the wood. Now, he's got to get his workmanship. Now, when he now realized that I've beaten him, he went along with me. We bought the wood. We bought the wood quite well. And then what did he do? He got his deposit for his workmanship. And the next day, the guy got quite a lot of money from me the first day. He didn't turn up the following day. You can see the pranks. He got the deposit for his workmanship. He started work midday, worked till around 5, and he did not turn up the next day. So he's been frustrated because what he has targeted, he didn't get it. I believe you have learned a lesson from that, and many, many more. So now, they will recommend somebody for you. If they can't get you from their own job, they will get you from other tradesmen that they have recommended from you. Because for every person they recommend from you, they are going to have a kind of dialogue and have an agreement and deals that if I bring this person to you, this is what you're going to get. So all of us are from abroad. We work conscientiously. We work hard. In the winter, you that you are in Asia, you that you are in America, you that you are in Canada, you that you are in Europe, you that you are in anybody that is outside Nigeria, Malaysia, Singapore, China, Japan. No, we are all hustlers. We are hustlers. You and I know that hustlers wants to work. They work hard. They work more than they are so resolute. They're so resilient. They're so hardworking. They can do. They set targets, and that's why they are here. And you can imagine the way and manner, the zeal that you and I as hustlers have before we cross to the country we are at the moment, before we now get stabilized, before we now get our papers, before we now get a comfortable home, before we now start our family. Oh, come on. When you now get the money, you can't afford to throw it around like that. So you have to be wise. So you contact people like us. Contact people like us. Go to Google and get the information pack and get everything. And then even when you get the information on Google, you still need to ask one of our people like us. Okay? We are hustlers. Hustlers think very well. Hustlers work smartly. Hustlers work smartly and use their money to let their money work for them. So we are going to 2019. Hustlers plans ahead. So what is the plan that you've got? Are you thinking of starting your project right away from 2019 January? Now, if you're going to start a project in 2019 January, right now, You got to start. You must have drawn your plan, your business plan, your proposals, the cost that you need to start your project. Right now, you must have had that. So hustlers that are based abroad, hustlers that are based in Europe, hustlers that are based in Jamaica, hustlers that are based in America, you are getting. I don't know what you're doing at the moment. You need to kick yourself by the backside. And he said, there, 2000, I've helped uncles, I've helped aunties, I've helped my brother, I've helped my sisters, I've even actually invested. I don't get any return for my money. You that you export cars, you export machineries, you run, you carry, while you're carrying the machine, you get yourself injured, you lose your arm, or you lose your leg, or you stay in the hospital for a while. So what are you thinking? This is the right time that you can work, that you let your money work for you. So right now, when you get your project started, like the one I was mentioning last Sunday, when you do the survey, please, hustlers, you do not let somebody trickster you. Now, there are two types of survey. I show you the images. I'm not going to show you that. I'm not going to bore you with that one. The survey, the one that will appear at the local registry within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is more expensive. And there is one that takes ages. I don't know whether a year or not. Because you choose for the cheap one, whatever you get from it is up to you. When you want to go for that survey, when they're doing your survey, so you know what? Which one are you going to do for me? Is it the one that is going to be seen within a week? Bear with me 1 second. Just bear with me. Right. So is it the one? Right. Okay, bear with me. Right. Is it the survey that if I call the local government, they know? Because don't get me wrong. They know where you're calling from, especially when you make your phone call. They already know where you're coming from. They know the country where you're based, that you're not based in Nigeria. So you got to be smart and be careful. You're going to play their card with them. Right. You're going to say, the survey you're doing for me, if I call the local authority, the local office in a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, will I be able to get this registered? Will I be able to find out that my land is registered? If they tell you that they cannot, then it's a lie. It's a real lie. So now hustlers wouldn't have walked in the snow, in the night, doing night shift, doing 4, 5, 6, 7 shift together in a week, and then at the end of the day you throw your money to hoodlums, charlatans, thieves, 419. No, you can't do that. You have to be smart, because by the time you are talking about this, they know that you know the trade. They know that you already done research. So it's advisable to spend more to get your things going quickly than to because the one that is not going to register within a week or 2 or a month, they know that they might not even register anything. They might not even do any survey. They might just give you just a paper and send it to you. So when you are looking at doing the survey, you're going to say the one that's going to be registered within a week. So hustlers we are not time wasters. We don't like time wasters. We don't like things to waste our time. We want to move fast. So when hustlers are buying their land, they buy land in areas where there's no swamp, unless you have money to throw away. When you buy a land where swamp is, you will spend half of what you will have used to build a house as foundation, to solidify your foundation. Because even if you build a bungalow, it's a matter of time. It's going to go down. These are one of the things to note when you are buying the land. Hustlers wants to buy land. If you want to buy a land from anybody, first and foremost, you need to find out whether there is the issue of omonile. This is a real problem in the western part of Nigeria. This is not prevalent in the eastern part. To my friend in Imo, you know, the land is there massively for you. I trust your people. They will get it for you. But there's no Omonile issue. Okay? Now, some areas that you have to be very careful to go and buy land from are areas like Ikorodu area. There's some places in Ikorodu. Please don't make any attempt to go to some places in Ikorodu. A couple of years ago, there was this periodic killing and shooting and what's these people that the ritualists, they are so prevalent in the area there. A lot of people even ran away. They abandoned their flat, they abandoned their property because of this problem. So some areas that have some issues in the past about fighting and, you know, tribal wars, please don't endeavor. Ikorodu might sound very lucrative at the moment because of the construction of the road that are going on there. But let me be honest with you, you have to be wise. Please, because hustlers that are based abroad have to spend their money smartly. You have to be smart. So don't let somebody take your money away. All right. So that is that about the about the land in Ikorodu or where. So when you make your purchase, before you buy your land, like I said, don't buy land where there is swamp. I've had an experience of that. If your project manager has cost you that 15 million will finish the bungalow or just 3-bedroom flat story building, you are going to spend equivalent of minimum of 3 million to do the foundation. Now that 3 million could have taken the building far if the land has been a solid rock or not solid rock, a very dry land. Okay, so when you buy land like that, you have to be sure that there's no water in the area. Right. Okay. Right. One more thing that I need to mention now. Hustlers that are based abroad, you know, you cannot travel quickly to oversee what is going on. What you are going to emphasize most, you're going to tell them you want to see images, pictures, photographs. Nowadays, you and I, internet is not a problem with. It's not a problem for us. You tell them to WhatsApp you the images, pictures of what is happening on the land. If you don't have people that you want to send to the area, even when you have people, family members that are going to the area, still tell them that you want pictures on a daily basis of activities that is going on your land. So those are one of the things that you need to emphasize and be watching, right? So when you are buying land, when you start your foundation, please, for all of us that have got issues with family members in the past, please, I'm not saying we should run away from families, but your business, your construction, your building will work fast if you don't engage family members. So family members, they could be very distracting when you engage your family members, because you will think they are working for you. No, they are not working for you, they are working against you, because initially they might be right, they might be helpful, they might assist you, where they might be honest, they might be truthful, but they are just trying you to gain their trust for the time being. Once the moment you gain their trust, they can change. You won't even know. I have saved a gentleman of about 3 million from a quotation that was provided by a family member. The quotation of a foundation and a little bit of the foundation and construction to roof level. The project was given as 10 million. but I was able to save the gentleman of about 3 million. In the end, the project only cost 7 million. But who else was behind this? It's a family member. They've gone round because I know. But however, please, on this, if you have not, subscribe to this channel, please subscribe. And please go to my website, iownganjua.com. This is where to compare building prices, building materials prices in Nigeria. Ganjua.com. Let me spell it for you. G for Gary, A for Alpha, N for November, G for Golf. Oh, sorry, I've spelled it wrong again. G for Gary, A for Alpha, N for November, J for Juliet, U for Uniform, A for Alpha.com, Ganjua.com. So please visit this website and compare building materials. Also, if you have not subscribed to this channel, do me a favor, please subscribe. And also, I want to make a note here. In future, as you can see, was it yesterday or a couple of weeks, I run commentary of football. So if you're football fans, you're also welcome. I don't only engage in building construction in Nigeria. I'm also a football fan. I'm not going to mention my club, but I'm also a football fan. So from time to time, I'll be running football commentary on this show because I'm trying to turn it to a TV channel. If you want to partner with me as well, please inbox me on my number. My number on this platform is +44 782 554 3535. In future, you will be seeing some Nigerian films that will be coming on this show. I want you to encourage me and make this a wonderful channel, because if I succeed, it is through you, with your encouragement, your support, your watching my show, your clicking to subscribe, your invitation of friends, and you watching. By these are the things that Google look before they start monetizing, before they start putting adverts on my show. So I will encourage you to please support me in any way, in any form, in any shape, by watching this show regularly, and any other things that I put on this show. Please endeavor to encourage me by watching it a couple of minutes, watching once a while. So movies, African movies, Nigerian movies will be coming on this show from time to time. It won't be live, it will be uploaded live. Uploaded, and then you can watch it. So I'm imploring you to please support me. And if you want to be a share, you want to share with, you want to be part of my dream, or you want us to be collaborate together, the floor is open. It's a wonderful place to be. Most of the broadcasters, like Sky, like Roku, like most of those popular ones, they started one day. They started from a low platform. So you can inbox me and I can share. We can write contract. We can talk together. You don't know where this can take us. The TV channel, where in the country where you are, I am a broadcaster. We could establish something where in your country. We can come to your country, establish something, as long as we operate with the law of the land. I don't violate it. I'm not a 419. So I really want to work with anybody who wants to partner with me, whether with your fund, whether with your ideas, whether with your contribution in any way, in any form. Come to this forum and let us come together. So like I was saying, I've done 34 minutes. Please, if you have questions with your future plan in terms of projects, building projects, please bring it on the forum. Let's talk about it. If you have, if you're planning and you're a bit afraid of what to do, come to this forum and let's share it together. Right. It's a wonderful forum. It is a clear, sincere of purpose and ideas that we have established a couple of months ago. And we can see is we have seen lives being changed. I've seen lives being turned around. I've seen lives being transformed in the way of the information we're running on this platform. I've seen people who have already proposed and said they're not going back to Nigeria anymore. What for? Because of what family members have done to them. I am a live experience of it. I'm not going to mention my family name. I used to export cars. I used to export machineries, especially construction equipment, concrete mixers, which they are renting out when they want to do decking in Nigeria. I've been told that it's ordinary 50,000 naira, and these machines cost me a lot of money. I will go to nooks and crannies of UK to buy these machines. I will drive lorry and truck from far distance, 400 miles, 500 miles, 1,000 miles, to get it cheaper. I bring it to my house, store it in my place, and I start looking for phone. Some days I deny myself. Some days I take my mortgage fund and you use it to make sure that we get the bill of lading. I buy trucks, I buy cars, I buy Toyota, I buy Honda, I buy Mazda, I buy Lexus, I buy Jeep. And what happened? I break their engines. I sometimes take some days off from work to make sure that these are packaged and packed very well. I drive the vehicle to the port in UK here, and I pay for the shipping, and I pay for the clearing. Some days my things are left in the port in Nigeria, and things takes ages. So I've been there, and when these items have been offloaded, I give it I entrusted my family, which I'm not going to mention my family that does this. I entrust them because I know that they know the market very well. In the end, what did I get back? I lost my money, I lost savings, I lost my items, I don't get anything back. It was full of heartache. So I can understand when somebody says they're not going down that route anymore, especially when they have given them things, they satisfy them, they buy things for them, they do all sort of things for them, but in the end, they don't get anything back. So I can understand why when you say, I'm not going down that route, but you can still go there. You see, maybe that is what you need to make you learn to do better when next you want to do something. All you need to do is that you avoid them. You don't tell them. You don't give them all the information that they need to hear. You need to be smart. Hustlers are very clever. So you have to use your clever instinct to say, you know what? Now, this terrain is not for you and I. Terrain Japan, terrain US, terrain Malaysia, terrain Singapore, terrain anywhere in Europe, terrain in South Africa, terrain outside Nigeria. It's not for us. We are all hustlers. We came here to improve our lives. We cannot die here. We have better things there. They are not eating genetic modified food in Nigeria. It's a natural produce, natural product. Why would you be missing that? So you can go there. You can rent. Let me be honest with you. Nigeria is a place where you can buy something today. You buy land today, it becomes 100% tomorrow. Now, leave it with me. Let's put it this way. You buy a land of 1 million today. Leave it for about 6 months. You want to go and purchase the land again from where you bought it for 1 million. They will tell you it's not 1 million anymore. Buy a land today for 500,000 from a land agent. When you go back 6 months time from the same person, they will tell you there's no 600,000 or 500,000 naira land anymore. So that has to tell you how important and how lucrative Nigerian terrain is all about. How many land can you buy in Japan now? How many land can you buy in America, in US? How many land can you buy in Canada? How many land can you buy in Europe? Tell me, how many land can you buy in South Africa? Nigeria is developing. And you and I are hustlers. It's waiting for us it's waiting for you to get your own land, your own portion of it. So right now, when you come to this show, this is a wake-up call show. It's a wake-up call. You can't sit back in wherever country you are sitting and believe that everything is Yonkadori. Now, the people you left in Nigeria years ago, they have moved on. You're not going to meet them the same way you are. Some of them, when you see the kind of houses they are living, you'll be wondering, oh, what's going on? Look at what. So it's a wake-up call, right? So I'm waiting for your questions. I'm waiting for your contributions. Like I said, if you want to be a shareholder, I'm trying to launch a TV, okay? I'm trying to launch, the price is so enormous when you want to get a normal, proper channel on TV, whichever country you are, or whichever country, I mean UK, whichever country you are. I'm trying to launch a TV show. However, it's so expensive when the cost was so much. That's why I had to go online. However, if you want to partner with me on the YouTube that I'm doing at the moment, I've been trying to make researches on how to purchase some of these movies. There is copyright that we have to buy because we cannot just put anybody's movie on the show. We cannot just put anybody's program on the show without the right permission. YouTube will not monetize it. You see those adverts that run through all the shows, all the movies that we're watching on YouTube, they pay them some certain percentage. Every advert is paid back to the person that owns that program. So that is the where I'm going in the end. If you want to partner with me, please inbox me. My number, you know it. Those of you, my regular friends and fans, you know my number. Please WhatsApp me. I'm willing to partner with you, and it's got to be a new one. This is bear with me. Sorry, I got a text from one of the fans. Right. So right now, there are quite a few lands that are cheap at the moment. There is 500,000. Forget about the price. Some of the places are they are developing. People are moving into, because nobody have those several millions, 20 millions. When you buy 20 million naira house, it is a fairy tale. All those big houses that you see in Lagos, Snake Island, that you see in Ikoyi, Victoria Island, it is not really. I don't know the source of their income. You and I are hustlers. We only work. We only believe in our strength and the new way of making money. Then people, they don't. It's not a genuine source. So we cannot compare our status with such investment. So now, for you to go to that level, you must have been something else, doing something out of the ordinary. You must have been doing something out of the ordinary for you to own a house in Victoria Island. Even ordinary Maryland there, in GRA Ikeja, there was a duplex that's on sale. Well, not even a duplex. On a plot of land, 3 duplexes was built, a 2-story building. One of it is 450 million naira. I don't know how many years I'm going to work to put, even if I have 450 million naira, I'm not going to go and put it on top of just one house. I am a smart hustler. I will go to the interior and buy a land, cheap land, and barricade it. After a while, I start building mansion there. So, hustlers will not carry all their resources. So, now, those areas are fairy tales. But you and I can start from as little as 500,000. You don't have to build it now. Like I said, the World Cup has just gone. A World Cup has just gone. So the next World Cup is in the next 4 years in Qatar. The last World Cup was in Russia. The next one is in Qatar. So before you know what happened, another World Cup has arrived and you haven't done anything. You haven't done anything tangible. So what are you intending to do? You don't have to buy expensive land. Most of the places I call bush when I left Nigeria, those places are no longer bush. They are town now. Along the express road, going to Ibadan. Along the express road, leaving Lagos. Along the express road, in Shagam, left and right, sideways. There are houses, big houses, even universities on the road. So what are you doing? What is your plan towards 2019? I am asking you, what is your plan towards 2019? So it's up to you what you do with what you have. You have to work with what you have. So you might as well, if you don't have any plan to build the house now, all you need to do is buy a 4 plots or 5 plots, buy an acre. An acre is about 2 million. You can buy an acre of 2 million in that bush, survey it, keep it. In the next 4 years, you're smiling money. Even with some of those plots of land which you have bought, you can sell 2 out of it. The money you realize from that, you will use it to finance your project. You will use it to finance your construction. Right? Okay, bring the questions. I am rounding up. I've got 5 minutes more. I'm not doing 1 hour today. I'm going to end up in the next 5 minutes. So bring your questions. I want to make sure that I want people to remember me for encouraging them, for lifting their spirit up, for making headway, for just somebody that has already buried their head in the sand and said, I'm not going to Nigeria. No, it's a lie. You're going to go back there and do something greater than what they have done for you. It's a lie of the devil. They just want to cut short your dream. Anybody that says you cannot go back there, I'm telling you, you have the capability, you have the resilience, you have the strength, you have the energy, you have the provision, you have the plans to do it, and you can do it. I mean it, and I tell you that in 2019 you are making headway. I've told you on this show before. There's a gentleman loves my video, and he called me and he said, "Oh, uncle, I want to build a house. I've been staying in Malaysia for so many years, but yes, nothing back home." I said, "Don't worry, you can do it." He said, "But I don't have money. I don't even know what to." He was encouraged by the bungalow, the little bungalow that I did on YouTube. He said, even though it's a bungalow, I said, well, don't worry. If you have that determination, you can do it. Do you know what? While I spoke to this guy, it was as if I prophesied to the guy's life. 3 months after, this guy now owns, you don't want to believe what happened. This guy is now a owner of a 3-story building in his state. What happened? As God will do it, God listened to us, God heard us. We weren't doing church on the forum, but God answers the word of positivity. Every positive, you have to be saying positive things to yourself. That's how you can actualize it. Now the guy got a call from an insurance company. I think something happened in the past and he has forgotten. The insurance was not going to pay for something that got spoiled. For you and I, do you know what? The insurance company just sent him a check of equivalent of 17,000 pounds. What? Believe you me, this guy immediately just resigned from his work and went home and bought two plots of land and started building. He showed me, sent me the pictures of all of the project. So anything can happen if you're positive. There's nothing you cannot do. Even start from the little that you have. Start from the little that you have. If you're going to buy half plot, you can start from the little. Let me be honest with you. This show to some people, it might sound, what is he talking about? What nonsense is he talking about? What nonsense is he talking about? You remember King David, before he became a king, he was busy doing something. It was from the thing he was doing that he was called to come and become king of Israel. So you got to be thinking, you got to be positive, you got to be doing something. Get busy doing something, and then ideas will just come into your life. Will be flowing, will be coming out. So sometimes what I'm saying here might sound stupid to some people, But don't get me wrong, this is same things that look stupid that some people are hearing and it's turning their life around and they are running with it. You see, the only time some information will look stupid or sound stupid to people is that when you get the information and you rubbish it. But when you get the information and use it and run with it and you get result from it, it doesn't look stupid. So I've done 50 minutes today. We are all hustlers. We have to evaluate what we have done right from the beginning of the year. January has gone, February has gone, up to November is going again. So we're going to jump into December. We will not die. The Bible says we are going to live every day. We are going to fulfill every day of our life in good health, in good thinking. And God said, anything good, anything beautiful, anything great, we should think about it. So out of ideas, out of your dreams, ideas comes and positive things come. And then when you put it to rest, I'm going to do it. When you keep repeating it, I can do it. When you keep repeating it, I want to do it. When you keep talking about it, you draw it, you keep it, you talk about it, you discuss about it with your friends, with your spouse, with your partner, it becomes a reality. So on this note, I am going to say thank you for being part of today's show. Like I said, if you want to partner with me, please don't hesitate to send me your proposal, your ideas, and also if you have anything, any question bothering you that you don't understand, that you want me to explain to you, I will do that free of charge. I'm not charging you. But if you want to encourage me, if you have anything in mind to use to encourage me, my number is there, +44 782 554 3535, +44 782 554 3535. You don't have to start a project immediately. You need to find out how to go about it. Don't jump. When you jump, you're going to burn your finger. The same way you jumped in, you're going to jump out. And if you can jump in, I might not come out. So you have to ask people like us, ask people that have experience, buy the land, survey it, make sure you send it to a place. When they're surveying it, you want the one that's going to appear within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And also, if you can fence it if you don't have any plan to build it yet. Make sure you fence it, especially if you are buying 2 plots, 3 plots, 4 plots, 5 plots, acres of land. So fence it, tell them to be farming on it, get one megad, support the megad, and they can be farming and plant things on it. They can, because people can encroach on the land. You do the fence, and when you are not ready to build it, maybe in 2 years' time, maybe in 3 years' time, the land has appreciated. You can take 2 plots, sell it. The money you get from this, you can use it to start your project. So, on this note, your friend, like I said, the name of the channel is Ebony World TV. That has been, oh, right. What's that? Please, how many plots of land is in 1 acre? 5 plots of land. If it's a large plot, it is 5 plots. 5 plots of land makes an acre. Okay. So I hope I've answered your question. Mr. Yobo is asking how many plots of land is in a plot. It's 5 plots. Some people will trick you to say 4 plots, but that 4 plots must be more than 100 by 50. It must be more than 100 by 50. It might be 120 by 60 or 120 by 70, which is 4 plots. But 100 by 50 is 1 plot, and you get 5 of that in the land. So we are all hustlers. Please, let's encourage one another. Let's be sincere. Let's be open. There's nothing that we are losing from being sincere and open, because we don't know where we can meet again. So, like I said, if you want to support me in any way, in any form, I'm open to anything. My number is there, and you can always reach me anytime. Okay? On this note, I want to say thank you, and I appreciate all of you I appreciate the time you've taken to come and participate on this show. Ike, my friend from California, hope I'm planning to come over next year. We're definitely going to meet. I've got a brother over there. I've just spoken to him on the phone a few minutes ago. So I hope to meet you. I will let you know when I'm coming over. All right? So, all right, on this note, this is your host and your friend, Larry Dune. Keep hustling. Keep doing the best thing. Keep looking after yourself and invest wisely. All right, on this note, I say, God bless you all. Bye-bye.